Hey, it's Jag, and I'm back to working on the bass preamp today.
Yeah.
So, I've had a good summer tinkercation. A few things still ongoing, but I woke up this morning and really wanted to do some work on the bass preamp. So, I'm out in the shop and I'm just drilling all the mounting holes, deciding where everything's going to be placed, etc. So I'll bring you in a little closer here and show you what I've settled on for this chassis. So this chassis is a little bit cramped. I would have liked to have had one that was about 2 inches wider. I think this is 10-inch wide. I would have liked one that was about 12-inch wide and maybe another inch or so deep. But I couldn't get that size. This was closest to what I wanted. So everything is kind of crammed in a little bit more than I would like. Since this is just a preamp, there's not a lot of circuitry and no other tubes except the 112AX7, so I think we're going to be okay here. On the top side of the chassis, we're going to put the power transformer here. That multi-section can cap will go up here, and the tube will go here. On the underside, the circuit card will go right there. And the only concern I have is the orientation of the power transformer and the transformer for the balanced output. I did some testing with some headphones, and I moved both these transformers around to get the best and quietest orientation. And with them both like this, that seems to be the quietest, and it's not very much induced hum between these two transformers anyway. And in addition, this card will be inside the chassis, so there will be a steel chassis isolating it as well. So I don't think we'll have a lot of issue with that. If we do, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So this again is the top layout. The IEC connector will go right about here. The fuse holder will go right about here. And the switch will go right about here. Now, you might look at this and say, oh, your transformer is going to be in the way, but no, it's not, because the transformer is up on the top of the chassis and all these connectors are in underneath. So there's actually lots of room underneath here to work with these. So that's where those are going to go. And the output jack, which I forgot to bring one out here, is going to go over here on the other side. So our input will be up here and our output is here. And the circuit card is here. I think we're good there in terms of proximity of wires and inputs and outputs and any sort of induced noise we could get there. I will show you the front because I've already done that. I did this actually a couple weeks ago. So my typical layout is sort of Fender, going everything from left to right. I sort of messed up when I was planning this out, and I'm going to end up going right to left. So input will be here. Gain, treble, mid, bass, and output volume. And of course the pilot light is there. So we're going sort of with more of a Marshall layout of the controls. So that's the front panel, and like I say, you can see it's all drilled out now. So the next thing I need to do is drill out all of those holes, make sure everything then still fits correctly. And we're good to start assembling this, I believe. I do still have to make the diode bridge and finalize the power supply, but I know what I'm doing there. We'll cover that when I get back into the electronics shop. Well, that all went really well. Like always, not enough hours in the day. Thought I would get a couple more things done than I did. but I'm pretty happy with where I'm at here. So I'll bring you in, show you what I've done, and we'll detail what's going on in the next video. Here you can see the front panel. Already showed you that. So we will have input, gain, treble, mid, bass, and output volume, and the indicator light. I really like these Fender style indicator lights, so that's what I'm using in here. I also like that you can get different colors. On the back panel, we've got output will go there, power switch, we've got the fuse holder, and the IEC connector. So everything's looking really great there. On the top, we've got the power transformer, multi-cap can, and the tube socket for the 12AX7. I only made one mistake on this, and you may have spotted it. It's up here. I'll give you a second to look. I subscribe to the method of measure once, cut twice. Not all the time, just sometimes. So when I was doing these holes, I accidentally drilled the hole for the can cap where the 12AX7 is going to go, and I drilled the hole for the 12AX7 where the can cap is supposed to go. Just to show you this, they both fit perfectly in those holes. This is not going to be a major issue for the can cap. I'll just enlarge that hole to the size it should be. Over here, I'm going to have to make some kind of a mounting plate or something to get the 12AX7 mounted in there properly. I don't think it's going to be a real big deal. Probably just have a metal plate that I put the tube socket on, and then we'll just rivet or bolt that in place. So I'm not quite completely done with this. I need to tap the screw holes to hold in the IEC connector, the power transformer, and the standoffs for the circuit card. Everything else will mount with its nuts and bolts as they come. A lot of times I will tap these, screw everything in, and put a nut on the other side just for the extra security anyway. So I need to do that still on this, fix that little mistake. And I also need to, I think I've decided what I'm going to do for a cabinet for this. And so this will need to mount inside a cabinet. It's got holes just on this side where the panel goes on. We'll call it the bottom panel because that will be the bottom when I do it. But there's no through holes at the top. And the way I'm going to do it, which is pretty typical Marshall Fender style in a cabinet, I will have through holes coming through on the top side of this, and then the bolts that hold it in will come up through the bottom, and it will be held on here with nuts. I may do an insert and screw it down into the wood of the cabinet. It really depends on how thick I go on the cabinet. I don't want to use 3/4 inch wood. I'm probably going to use 1/2 inch. So I sometimes find that the inserts don't work so well if you don't have a little bit more meat than that to bite into. But that's for another video, probably not even the next one. So back to work on the tube bass pre. I'm glad to be back at it. It was great to have a little break. But we're working on this. I still have a few projects I started during the Tinkercation that I need to finish up. So videos on this may not be every week, but hopefully at least every other week. I don't think I have too many more episodes to go before this is done. So, like always, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Check my band One Soul Thrust. As always, the links are in the description below. And until the next video, we'll see you.